first corner is the most pressure you're going to feel across this whole race. Getting it off the line is one of the toughest things you can do as you get 5 lights up. And the Bathurst Enduro is underway for Split 2 with a great start from the front runners at the TMX boys as well inside of the top 10 as they run round turn number 1. You can see Lawrence has got a good start away. They've kept themselves nice, clean and consistent, Sinka. For the final race of the season, it's a scramble towards turn 1 for the front runners and the whole field in behind. Another old leads them through one already. Davison and Sinka wanting to try and keep right on the tail of Doug Dowling. As a rolling was flying up the front already as well. Phase there, Katakazina.
Yes, you did.
Labouring still going at each other here. 3 minutes down, we've got 17 minutes to go. They're going to go round a lot of times. It's 1 minute 21 lap times here. They're not going to stop. Shane Ratcliffe fighting out as well. Ray Oliver's got Bradley Wall alongside. Looks like Daniel Harding has had some form of incident. We'll pick up on that one in a minute. But Oliver on the inside, got to come back behind him.
Further back as we're underway. James Scott will lead them up the hill, up towards turn 1. Can they keep it clean? There's already contact with Dolphin and Stone Street on the straight as they run round turn 2. Dodge and Warboy being cautious off the exit of turn 1. What a run off the line, but an atrocity has happened to Troy Stone Street off the start. There's no other way to say it, Sinka. I think it was Tim Alford or Will Brown, and just absolutely Superman punched him straight into the wall on the left hand.
evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the MOZA Racing Super Formula Lights Round 2 at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Tonight is going to be a cracker. All the boys are out there having a bit of a go already. Qualifying has just started not too long, and the temperatures are out there looking fantastic. We've got 20 degrees in Celsius, 80% humidity, a little bit on the cloudy side, 30k winds, and we are doing the full course, 3.56 kilometres, USA Lexington. A pretty high altitude actually, at 414 metres compared to what we normally do, and 36 degrees outdoor temperature, ambient temperature. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Welcome to the room. Mr. Biggles is going to be a hurler tonight. The boys are already starting to hit some amazing times.
Hello. Yeah, absolutely. They're starting to get those times down at the moment there, Steve, as we progress into our second race of our scheduled season here at the moment. That's the GT3 one. That's not the right one. That is correct, obviously, for the GT3 season, my friend.
Correct for the GT3
but not for tonight,
not this weekend.
Of course, in the Super Formula Lights.
Next weekend, yes. Valentine's Day weekend, we're doing Bathurst, so don't forget that. Tell your missus you're busy that night. We are tonight at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, full course, reverse top 15 with a 20-40 split. So that's going to be an absolute cracker. The boys that come out the pointy end have got to fight their way through a lot bigger list of drivers. 40 minutes from historically what we've done in the past is just enough time to get it done. Maybe some will be quicker than others. Magello Circuit is followed by round 3, 30-30 split. Adelaide Street Circuit for a 20-40 split. That's going to be a cracker in round 4. Round 5, we're at Jerez for a top 15 split like tonight, 20-40. And then we've got a super sprint at the WeatherTech Raceway at Laguna Seca. That is going to be an absolute pearl, one of my favourite tracks. Phillip Island for round 7, a 20-40 split. Then we're down to round 8 for the Motorsport Park super sprint, reverse top 10, reverse top 5. And then finishing off the season with a 1-hour race at the Suzuka International Racecourse, the Grand Prix layout. This is going to be an absolute cracker of a season. Here is the way the boys are sitting at the moment. We've put this up without the classes at the moment because round 3 is usually when we'll change them all up, and instead of confusing people, this is how they finished after round 1. Tom Donahue had an absolute pearler of a night, got himself up to 180 points. Douglas Gowans, guns out Gowans from SLM in second place. Daniel Byrne has got himself up from the Carling Motorsport place in 3rd. If you do remember, Phil Vella, who's in 12th place, got himself a few penalty points come through. So did Geordie Slater in one of the races, but in 4th place, Jason Dett from SLM Academy. Geordie Slater from DPR Racing in 5th. In 6th place, Nicholas Martin from Get a Grip. In 7th place is Mitchie Noble from Sim Racing Brotherhood. Darren Fahey in 8th place from DPR. 9th place, Thomas Sunny Cena from SLM Motorsports. In 10th place, Jamie Davis Project 36. 11th, Nathan Verney from the Pace Syndicate. Phil Vella, as we mentioned before, car 44, Phil Vella is at Maxi Boost, is in 12th place. Sam Kudakazinos, Privateer, in 13th. Marcus Watson from Project 36 in 16th place. We saw Marcus in an up and down race last week. Got himself a few penalty points. That's why he's down there in 14th place. Greg Cook from Project 36 is in 15th place. Brandon Levin from Team SRW Motorsport is in 16th. Brady Buchanan, Privateer, in 17th. Bradley Hudson from JWM Sim Sports in 18th. Joshua D. King from Team SRW Motorsports in 18th place. Andrew Lyon from Kitten Racing in 20th. The list goes on because we've got a massive field. We have got 42 registered drivers for this series, and it's been absolute pearler for these drivers to come out and compete. Stick around tonight. If there's someone you want to see, someone you want to watch, please let us know. We've got David Lai. He's got his back hurt. He's not racing tonight. He's missing out, and it's not probably this sort of track it's a cool track for these cars too, mate. So you're missing out a cracker of a night. Ryan Cox is still out injured with a lower back as well from Team SRW Motorsports, and the boys already clocking these times. The times are looking with a 1:13.423. We are already looking at record-breaking time. So in our feature race last time around for this track was done by Danny Davidson. He did a 1:13.462, but the fastest lap on this track is done by David Gallo, Carling's Motorsports driver, with a 1:13.144. So it'd be interesting to see how these guys do it. That was done on a 23-degree day, so a little bit cooler day, and it was the same sort of format, 20-40 split. That was in 2025, February. So let's see how the track's going to evolve, how the track's going to treat these boys out there, and what it's going to bring to the times out there.
And there's Ray Oliver at the moment with the Chrome Dome machine there, Ray Oliver. That's going to be, it looks quite interesting, isn't it, there with the Chrome. Phil's just set the fastest third sector, one little shyer off his quickest lap currently at the moment there too, Steve. But Chrome runs really hot if you actually had that as a real race car, of course, but that's the beauty of it. Marcus Watson just gets a little bit ahead of him up in the P3. But yeah, if that was a real race car, you would never run a Chrome. Car would be a lot heavier and it would run a lot hotter as well.
I think the TV pundits would push that back straight away, the broadcasters that would look after that. Tonight's Thomas Sonny Sina is hitting a milestone, mate. He's going to be hitting 50-plus races with tonight's race, so congratulations there to Thomas Sonny Sina. It's going to be a good start to a career with us. Mitchy Noble doing Mitchy Noble things on there on his overhead display.
Quick as the Pro-Ams?
Quick as the Pro-Ams, yeah. He's doing extremely well. Not as much luck as he's had in the past, but we are down to the last 3 minutes at the moment, and we can see these times coming through. Jamie Davis, Brandon Levin's got himself a nice bit of green there. Jamie Davis. Greg Cook now, second and third in the greens. Nicky Martin's just got himself an improved timeline. Donahue is pushing as well. Sam Kudakazinos has got a few personals going there, so it looks like he'll be pushing up the pointy end. Marcus Watson, not his usual pace at the moment. He's just got himself a couple of oranges in one green sector. So not sure what's going on with Marcus. He's in 5th place though. Only 4/10. The grid is very, very tight. A full second all the way down to 15th place. So that's pretty spectacular for a grid like this.
Yeah, exactly. When 2 tenths separates, so Phil's time is blisteringly quick at the moment. That's something that everybody else has to beat in the 13.4 club. Tom's not really showing any improvement. I don't see really improvements for many of the drivers here this evening at the moment. A couple of the personal bests, but no purples lighting up the board there.
Bit of damage there between Jason Depp and Darren Fahey. Fahey just called that in. That's in a dying moment.
Jamie Davis has gone off track there. It might have been.
Jamie Davis on track as well.
He was just about to set his personal best as well too, all the way back in 23rd place at the moment there from Jamie Davis. And
tricky track this one.
Yeah, we've seen that before, haven't we, from Jamie? His race pace is great, and sometimes his qualifying pace lets him down. Marcus Watson gets up the P4.
Oh, there he is. Watson's starting to set it. There's only a minute left, so whoever's out there on the flying lap, this track has got some really tricky points to it. It looks like whoever that was decided to finish that.
Apparently,
and wasn't getting
he just purchased the track an hour ago, so it's not bad to get itself up in a P3, sitting at 113.7 an hour ago of learning the track. So that's not bad. I've always said this as well too, Steve. When AI gets a little bit better, right, which at this pace it is, I would like it to create like an AI track that's just generated in Iracing, right? So that's it. You put the AI random track on the calendar. You make it for free, and then you get every driver and you say, okay, it's released. Now you got 1 hour to practice, qualify, and race on it. So it's even Stevens for everybody. So nobody at that point can ever have any experience with it because it's a brand new track.
Bella, he's on two purples. Is he going to make it? Did he make it?
I don't think he did.
I think
he might have.
He might have just, but I don't think he improved.
Yeah.
94, lap 11. Tom Donahue's just called something in those dying stages of that quali session, but those boys have put in some amazing times, really good times. and it's not that far off. That says GT3, mate. It's not that far off. Doesn't matter where it's sitting at the moment. But have a look at this, ladies and gents. Phil Vella, he's got himself on the front row of Tom Donahue. They've got some history. They know how each other drives, and they'll be driving well around each other tonight. In the front row, in the second row, there is Marcus Watson. Got himself up after buying that track only an hour ago beside Dougie Gowans on the road beside him, P4. Dougie Gowans has got some really good form of late. Let's keep smashing through this. We've got in the third row, Geordie Slater beside Daniel Byrne from Carling Motorsports. Geordie is from DFR. Ray Oliver from SLM, Brandon Levin from Team SOW on row 4. Here we go, row 5, Davey Gallo from the Carling Boynes and Mitchy Noble from SRB on row 5, side by side. And then going for it, Greggy Cook and Callum Rosenader going for it in P11 and P12. Row 7, Jason Depp from SLM by Tyler Sheep from SLM, two teammates. Hopefully they don't take each other out while they're out there. Timothy Schmellenberg and Tommy Sonny Cena have got themselves in row 8. In row 9, we've got Bradley Hudson from JWM beside Darren Fahey from DFR in his traditional livery. Followed by them, we've got Nathan Verney from the Pace Syndicate, Nicky Martin from Get a Grip on row 10. We're going for it. Sam Kutters-Gazitos is a privateer at the moment at P21, row 11 beside Andrew Martin of Get a Grip. And then we've got in row 12, Joshua King from Team SRW beside Jamie Davis from the Project 36 team. Davis, as usual, comes in the mid-pack for qualifying. Dean Sinkvik from Team SRW Motorsports beside Jared Gilbert, who is part of the Project 36 team. And downstairs tonight, we've got Stephanie Piccolo driving the safety car, Greg Barber as our race director. We've got a few boys out with injuries at the moment, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But there's the MOZA. There's the right one, mate.
I got it. Changing on the fly, my friend.
Good. We had a few glitches before we started the session tonight, but the boys are ready to go. We are ready to go. The second camera is sitting on Davey Gallo down the back there. This track is a tricky track, folks. There's a lot of undulation in it. There's a lot of tight corners, a lot of really hard braking zones on corners as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how this comes out. Davey Lawler, we call it beast mode. Jamie Davis is in beast mode coming through.
Oh, well.
There's a
Good luck to him.
nice tight left-hander. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are for round 2 at Mid-Ohio. MOZA Racing Super Formula One champion.
Green's
Lights
out.
are going
Green flag.
green, as they all take off beautifully down the main straight away. Phil Vella's got himself into a dominating position. He's got Donahue on the right-hand side, tucking in behind him. We've already got Marcus Watson squeezing Donahue up against the wall, the dirt, I should say, not the wall, and they're fighting for position. Marcus Watson's trying to see if he can take that under brakes. Donahue's got the inside line, nicely covering it off, making sure they all give each other space as they come through just behind them there. Looks like there was Geordie Slater and Dougie Gowans, bit of contact with Brandon Levin. One of them touched the grass and rotated around. It looks like Levin is the victim there, as we can see them coming down the main straight. We've got Bella coming through. Watson trying to get the inside line. Watson's having a look again. He's backed it off. Look at Donahue sneaking through there, mate. This is extremely tight across the front. Dougie Gowans is having a sniff as well. The top 5, Dougie Gowans and Geordie Slater have tagged onto these boys, and this is the tough part of the track. The undulation, the little bit of dirt on the side of this track can make it very dangerous and very slippery, as we saw a few seconds ago with the incident, which we'll look back at in a few minutes once we get our first lap underway. But Phil Vella has set some dominant pace out there already, and already going at 3/10 to Watson. Watson 3/10 to Donahue. Donahue 3/10 to him. Slater 3/10. Dougie Gowans 3/10. What a close pack this is.
Oh, both of them go off the track as well too, simultaneously. That's Marcus Watson.
Looks like Marcus went off and Donahue just followed him off out of sympathy. Yeah. Luckily, Donahue got back just nice and clean, but that left it open for Dougie Gowans, who popped in there straight away and took that thing and said, "Thank you very much. I'll have that spot." And And
yeah.
this is the Master and the Apprentice again. We've got Vela leading Ducky Gowans across through there. As we can see at the moment, team name, driver name is not popping up at the bottom, mate. We've got the boys going through. We've got Gowans coming through. Some of the trees will get in the way on this track. It's a bit of a tough one to get some clear vision here and there. But we'll get them. There it is. Gowans on the left.
All sorts of shenanigans going back here. I think there's contact.
Oh, there it is. A bit of contact.
Andrew Martin. I think it's Nick Martin and Andrew Martin.
It looks like, from what I just heard on the commentary from the drivers, one of the cars phased out and then phased back in, and the other car was inside him at the time. So, not sure what happened to that.
That's the blinking of death, unfortunately, that happens. And I think that's because I can't select the driver at the moment of Nick Martin. There.
Yep.
And he
there
appears,
it is there.
And that's what happened.
So Nicky must have appeared inside another car at that time.
Yeah. He's in Nick Martin, actually, believe it or not. Both to get a
issue with Gowans last year, didn't we? Where we picked him, and we also picked the driver that went on his roof, and that driver phased out and it froze our screens for us for a few minutes too last season too. So it does some amazing things, this system. But ladies and gents, we've got Vela leading them out there. He's got 1.6 seconds on Dougie Gowans, and then there's a further 1.2 to Geordie Slater. Tommy Donohue is in 4th place. We're with Marcus Watson at the moment, who's tailing Donohue. He has got 4 tenths on him. Donohue has got 3 tenths off the back of Geordie Slater. Have a look at the undulations. This is a really tough braking zone on the corner as the double right-hander goes to a left-hander down the main straight. Now, as they come down the main straight, the actual pit exit's got a little bit of a bitumen and concrete that goes right there, which is a real dangerous one. If you don't get that right, you can get pretty much do a rail like on a skateboard and have yourself disappear into the distance. Under brakes again here as it changes. Undulation as well goes down, but there's a nice little camber on the right hand side, keeping it nice and tight, keeping it off the dirt on the left hand side. A real critical braking point coming up here now. Donohue's right on the back of him. As you come up, there's a little kink in the road. He's got a bit of overlap there. He's having a look at Slater. He's got the inside line. This is the tough little corner. He's got to get it out wide so he can get this corner right. It's a big horseshoe with a bit of a kink in it. And off it goes. Great work done there. And then it goes downhill again. Donohue is driving out of his skin. He wants to make up a few places. That's our championship leader after round 1 at the moment. And get a grip. Geordie Slater is all over the back of him trying to get that spot back as they're going down the back straight now, which leads to a hard right-hander, getting it open up to the wall, getting it left-hand and getting it opened up for the final big right-hander. It is a high G, Force 1, and you've got to get it right so you can get this exit perfect, and off we go again for some amazing battling. Woo! How fast are these guys doing, man? 1:13.653 by Phil Vela. That is absolutely cracking.
Yeah, Phil's got a 2-second gap up the road there too to Dougie. And then, of course, that's Tom who's make his way back up to P3. Remember, he was the pole setter as well too. So we saw kind of what happened after that. The shenanigans at the start too. They're back on track there. And that's just a case of you're racing, you're following a driver and not your own racing line that happens too. But this is back at the start of the race. Just on a quick replay. And you're going to see a bit of contact there as it looks like the
looks
Chrome.
like Ray Oliver.
He lost
looks like he just touched the grass there and ran into one of the Carling boys and then got hooked onto Brandon Levin. Brandon Levin has got to be one of the unluckiest drivers out there at the moment. He's always getting caught. Oh, I tell you what, Ray nearly got caught there too. Looks like he nearly got hung up on that.
So this is on board with Brandon Levin. You're going to see this Chrome machine go off there and then nowhere to go, bang.
Unfortunate. The Carling car was really lucky. It was just contact enough to rotate the car, but not enough to do some damage out there.
Here comes Timothy. And this is interesting as well too, because Callum Rosenator, is Callum an AM? Did we sort that out? I know that I've had to resort back to a previous version of the software where we had fixed it. But Callum showing as P8 at the moment would be AM leader, if it's the case or not, because he is leading the Pro-Am of Smallenberg, of Timothy here currently at the moment. So That's very interesting.
Ray Oliver got hit with a 10-second penalty for that rejoin he tried when he got hooked onto the thing. He must have hindered someone's run through there.
Okay, Ray Oliver has gone off track somewhere here. I will show that the replay real quick. This will explain what happened to... Well, that was the accident before Ray Oliver, so it must have been... Oh, no, this is another one. Ray Oliver's gone off track in that 5, sorry. This is...
He must have gone off track again somewhere.
Ray Oliver again.
Yep.
Yeah, out into the grass.
He's done. As well.
Oh, I think that's all that. Must be in
I'm
that
not
case.
too sure where he got that off track thing, but we'll leave that downstairs. We can't see that at the moment.
Oh, Callum is off.
Oh, Rosenator off again. Oh, he's doing a bit of dirt formula running there at the moment. Coming back on just beside one of the Carling boys.
He's going to get all that gunk off those tyres too.
So someone just called it in. Marcus leaving the track and re-entering. So there must have been something there. But look at this at the moment. Rosenator is putting the pressure on Sam Kutakazinos. Kutakazinos is there in his little red beast, and he has got Daniel Byrne chasing in front of him, leading the way through. They've got a little battle pack forming there. Yeah. Jamie Davis is on the back of that as well with Thomas Sonny Cena, and then our former legendary admin Brad Hudson from JWM is following these guys through as well. A lot of dirt being thrown on the track as well in some of their corners as well, because the track has no rough boundaries at all. A lot of little places is straight to dirt. Look at that, car's gone off straight ahead. That's Nathan Verney going out wide. He's trying to get back on safely and open it up. Well done there by Nathan. Unfortunately, that spot cost him a few places. Brad Hudson's just there in front of him. So he was leading this pack at the moment. He was up there straight from them.
Here comes beast mode activated. Jamie Davis. He's going to see currently at the moment Rosenator and Sam up the road.
Oh, is it locked up?
He'll have to lift off a little bit there. Lucky didn't get into the back of him. As Jamie Davis is fighting up 9 places up at the moment, but he's got to... I'd sit back and watch for this one if I was Jamie Davis and see how this is going to pan out between Sam and Callum here, because it's all over the shop, mate. And in fact, if anything, Jamie's got to be careful of Tommy Sonny Seattle.
Tommy Sonny Cena is having a look there on the inside of Jamie. He saw him just come through, whipped around it. Davis has not let him go just yet. He's gone the back of him. Looks like Sonny has got the pass done, but Davis has got some amazing pace through the mid-corners, and that's where he's picked it up on Sonny. Watch this straight away as he comes out. Oh, Davis had a little bit too much power. It's taken him out wide. Trickle Park, get right. It's close to the wall here. Get in tight to the left again. Open up the track just here so you can put the foot down and get the car rotated and straight. Look at all the smoke coming off these guys, the way they're breaking through that big, tough last right-hander. Looking extremely well out there. A little bit quiet as far as race control is concerned. Not a lot of people calling stuff in, which is good. But we are halfway through the first heat. We've got Phil Vella. He's opened it up to 3 seconds. So the battle's in there. I guess the learning curve is there's a lot of fast boys out there. Consistency is the key and not taking the risk. So what's happening here now is Dougie Gowans is fighting it with Donahue, and that's giving Phil Vella the opportunity to take away and get away from these boys.
Nice little battle at the moment on your pitches for P6 and 7. It's also in class. That's David and Greg, as somebody might have gone off-road, or a switcheroo between Mitch Noble, I think, and Jason back here as well too. That might have just occurred, but as Phil sets the fastest lap up the road there, 13.4. That is half a second quicker than anybody else. That's the reason why he's got almost a 4-second lead.
That's nearly a lap. That's nearly a lap record. That actually equals the second fastest lap record for the heats in the 1:13.465. So that's pretty good. Jamie Davis is on the hunt at the moment, having a go. I think we've both got that at the moment, and he is doing a cracking job putting the pressure on as he does. I'll change my view.
You stick with that one, because I want to keep an eye on Tom got pretty close on the back there of Geordie Slater as well too. So that's going to be interesting between the battle for these two.
Driving
drivers.
very consistently there by Tom.
So
But they're not too far off the back of Dougie now too, so they're slowly starting to catch up Dougie. There was pressure earlier on there when Donahue was behind Dougie, but now they sort of backed off a little bit. Dougie has last lap is a 1:14.026, so some cracking little bit of pace there.
still that squabble that you got your picture on is still all boring behind Sam.
Oh yeah.
Behind Callum, sorry.
Great bit of work they've got to do there. They're just following each other at the moment, trying to see who's going to make the first mistake. Rosenator nearly got nosed there by the boys behind him. Crikey, that was close. That was Sam Kutikazinos, who is driving now as a privateer. Did start as a privateer and then went off to Velocity Sim Labs, I think it was. And then now back to the privateer. And one of our amazing admins for the Super Formula Lights, a little bit, you've seen a little bit of the brake test right up there, a little bit of a locking up in those tyres. But look at Tom Donahue, he's getting ready, folks. He is all over the back of Geordie Slater. He is having a look to see where he can have a shot at this pass. At the moment, this section of the track is very, very fast and very, very tricky. Big undulation, but also very tight on the brakes and left and right. Up close to the wall. Let's see if you can do something here. This is a pot that a lot of people muck up and get wrong. Under brakes again, puffing. Have a look at that. That's Dougie Gowan's front right. Just tightening up as he's come through there. Here we go. Donahue's making a move. By the look of it, he has got 2/10 of the back of him. Is he going to get close enough to make an impact? He's there and thereabouts, but not quite enough to do a challenge at this point. Dougie Gowans has got it nice and tight in front of him and doing all he has to do. Phil Vella is the legend that he is. He's a bloody alien, this guy, and he's got himself up the pointy end. I hope he doesn't get bored up there. Bottom screen is still going for it. Rosenator and Kutikazinos still going for it, followed by Sonny Cena, Jamie Davis and Brad Hudson, who's joined these boys as well. A little bit of a gap there to Nathan Varney and Dean Sinkovich. They're driving a solo race at the moment.
Battle for the Pro-Ams too. The lead of the Pro-Ams, Noble and Timothy Smellenberg. This is going to be great between these two. So, yeah, once again, they're battling for the Pro-Am lead of this race with Mitch Noble just ahead here currently at the moment there of Timothy. So that's a fantastic battle also drawing on the screen.
It's everywhere, isn't it, mate? We've got a grid with some amazing drivers and some amazing clean battling as well, which is good to see. Mitch Noble there. Geordie Slater has now got himself 5/10. Donahue 3/10. So they're catching to Dougie, getting closer to Dougie there, but Phil is just pulling away. Marcus Watson is lap times are pretty good. He's sitting at 1:13.7, so right on the money with the rest of the boys. All the boys in front of him, Slater, Donahue, Gowans, are all sitting around the 1:13.7s. So he's on the pace. He just needs, I guess the knowledge of the track isn't quite there at the moment. By the big race, he'll be there to go. But don't forget, tonight we have got a 15, I think it was at a 15? Can't remember. Yes, it is a reverse top 15 after this race for the 40-minute section of it. So it's going to be an amazing switch because Jamie Davis at the moment is in pole position for that.
There's your battle in there. So Callum and Sam still at it.
Too wide. Go. Jamie Davis has made a move on Cena. He's taken Cena. Now he's got the inside there on Callum Rosenator. Sam has made the pass on Rosenator. But here comes Davis. He is in what they call beast mode in Project 36, and he is right over the back of Callum, so he could get
he's going to get past him now.
The pressure was a little bit too much. He's kept it off the walls. He's just going to watch how he gets his car around without damaging it and without losing too many places, but he's caught in the position where it's really hard to get that car rotated around. Kutikazinos is pulled away while this all happened, and he has got himself a little bit of a buffer. Jamie Davis is now hunting him down, and it's going to be crazy to the end. We have got another 4 minutes to go, peeps, for the first heat. Some critical points winning at the pointy end by Phil Vella. It's going to make up for the points he lost in the feature last round. Davis is having a go on the inside now. He's got Kazunas on the outside, having a look, trying to get in there. Very much space given to each other. They're both driving beautifully. Tough corner this to get a little bit of undulation going downhill. Getting it right, getting the beautiful apex to apex. And Jamie did that effortlessly then. Almost given to him by Kazunas and puts him up into... Where is
13.
Jamie gone on my timesheet? 13th. So he's got a bit of work to do to get himself in the top 10, but he's in the reverse rotation of the top 15 in a great spot at the moment. Callum Hodgkinson's got himself a bit of an off track at the moment, so has Jared Gilbert.
Dougie's on a last-minute pressure here at the moment there from Jody Slater too.
Yep.
Who's been trying to hold off there Tom Donahue, which he has been for some time now, but Dougie might have made a little bit of an off-track mistake here, and Jody Slater's about to pounce, mate. He can be ready to steal this P2. P1, I have to say, is pretty much, unless Phil makes a mistake, that's done and dusted. The big battle for P2 currently at the moment.
What did Gowans do there to lose all that momentum?
Yeah.
Maybe he had a slow down.
He has too.
But in front of them, he got a car that's in front of them that was off track. Who was that?
Not
Was
sure.
that wasn't Vella, was it?
Yes, it was Vella.
It was too.
It was Phil
went
Vella.
off track.
Phil Vella's
He's
now back.
opened up the race.
Yeah.
With 3 minutes to go, a minute to go.
Phil's under pressure now.
He's gone off track and opened it up. And have a look at this, ladies and gents. Jordy Slater has got himself from a 4th place all the way up to 2nd, now putting pressure on Phil Vella, who has made a very rare mistake. 4 attempts across these boys, all very tight. Jordy Slater leading in 2nd, Dougie Gowans 3rd, and Thomas Donahue in 3rd.
Yeah, that's Phil.
Has called someone in for an unsafe rejoin.
Maybe that was it. But this is the moment, real quick there, while we have a second to look at it.
So
this is what happened to Phil.
Said,
yep.
Race control has said this one better be an unsafe rejoin, because last time apparently when whoever that called that in, it wasn't that unsafe.
That was
there's Vella there, so he got a bit of green under the
didn't
tyres.
go around, wasn't he? He was so lucky he didn't go around, because that would have cost him that.
Just held it.
Yeah.
But his 4-second lead disappeared to nothing. Yeah. It's all over. Jordy Slater's on the back of him. He's got 1/10 on the back of him here. He's got the smell in his mouth. He knows that it's coming through. The rear end of Phil is sliding a little bit there, but that could be also the paint. Are we on the last lap at the moment? Is there a white flag? Can race control confirm? Because we haven't seen Barney out there. Will this be the last one coming through?
That feeling that his tyres are starting to fall off the clip pretty quickly as well.
Yeah,
too.
they are.
It
looks like the rear end's starting to go.
That's going to be interesting for our feature race coming up there, which is a 40-minute race. This would be around...
hot track.
Yes,
there it goes
he's made a mistake.
The rear end's gone loose. Fella's gone a little bit wide. Jordy Slater's taking advantage, but he's got an excellent run out of the corner. As they're coming through the line, this is going to be the white flag coming through. Fella's got himself some time to get this back. A lap to fight it back. But Fella's rear end has gone again, and he's gone off track. Taking advantage. Dougie Gowans is all over the back with the master and the apprentice. Dougie Gowans on the inside line, but he concedes it a bit. Looks like the Vella's tyres might be a little bit too cooked at the moment, but Jordy Slater's taken advantage of that extremely rare error there and made himself some move. Dougie Gowans has got the pressure from Tom Donahue at the moment. Tom's having a sniff there, so Dougie Gowans, who went from 2nd place, could end up in 4th place. It's going, Bella's going for it. He's put the pressure on Slater. Look at it go. Rear end wiggling everywhere under brakes as they're coming through the S's, the undulations, putting hectic pressure on his tyres at the very high heat we have today. But have a look, Slater's coming through. Tricky part here. He's got Phil Vella behind him. Dougie Gowans got pressure as well on the back of Vella. Tom Donahue behind them. Marcus Watson joined the pack as well. He can smell the blood as they come through the very tricky last few corners. You've got to get this right. This is the spot where it goes. Vella's tucking it out wide so we can get it around inside him. Has he got enough going through there? Not quite enough. It looks like Jordy Slater's going to take it as they come across the line. Slater's taken an emphatic win coming across the line. 2nd place, Phil Vella. Dougie Gowans 3rd and Tom Donahue 4th. Marcus Watson has come through and caught these boys up. Wow, what a race that was. The heat factor got involved in there and the rear ends were sliding everywhere as they came across the track. Top 5 was a sensational battle. David Gallo came across 6th, Greg Cook in 7th. Mitchie Noble took the Pro-Ams away from Timothy Schmellenberg as they battled all the way through till the very end. Daniel Byrne in 10th, Tyler Sheaf got himself across. We've got Dean Sinkovic took the AMS away from Rosenator, followed by Andrew Martin by the look of it. Wow, what a finish that was. Those last 2 laps, man. That was crazy amazing.
And actually, hats off to your brother there, mate. Dean did a good job because I don't think I saw once in any of the live timing there of Dean coming off track or getting involved in anything, mate. So he kept his nose clean, and look at that, he got himself an AM victory.
Yeah. David Vella's car looked like it was dumping fluid under its own wheels. His rear end was sliding everywhere as he was coming through. He was definitely trying to get the power down early to make the pass through the last corner. But hats off to Geordie Slater. Cracking bit of work there to get that done. Whew. Wow. All right.
No, I don't see why something's broken in that. Anyway, we'll go back to the unfortunate fancy new graphics aren't working for that. So we'll go to our results, which I don't even seem to be working either. Something's broken completely here, my friend.
Yeah, SDK's broken on us, peeps. So unfortunately, that's all right. But it doesn't matter because we have got an amazing race these boys have just done. We saw the top 10 come through. The top 5 were amazing. Reverse top 15. So that's going to be crazy. Ooh. Okay. So RC has just told the drivers, please don't call in incidents that you're not involved in the hope of getting your competitor a penalty, because if you're not involved, you can't call it in. So the interesting, So here we got a question on blue flags there from race control.
Is the race results working for you and your end? I'm just curious.
No, it's not. SDK has gone poo.
Yeah.
People are asking questions now. So people are asking questions about lap cars and what they've got to do and everything like that. So Barb's is just letting them know that, gents, this is not the place for asking for rule definitions and explanations during a race. This is a time where you should be racing and focusing on racing. Also, it's a little bit unfair for, from my perspective, for race control to be actually giving definitions on rules at the moment. If you don't know the rule, well, then you're going to have to drive within what rules you do know and make sure you're being alerted to the fact, and you can't take advantage of things if you don't know the rules as well. So that's a very clear thing. So if you don't know what the blue flag rule is and how it works as a car that's following a blue flag car and needs to get past, then it's in your best interest to make sure you get on top of those. We're just going through here the MOZA Super Formula Lights Championship, where we're going next. So we're going at Magello next for a 30-30 with a top 10 reverse. We've got a top 15 reverse for this one, which is going to be spectacular. I think the AMs for this series have done a cracking list of tracks. All really cool tracks. And actually, pretty much a fair few of my favourites on here as well. Not saying that Phillip Island's anywhere near my favourites. Not a fan of Phillip Island at all.
No?
Probably because I can't drive it. But cracking list there. So if you're, we've got some spaces available still for the Formula Super Lights, and also for the GT3s on Sundays. The 86s are pretty much done, and so are the V8s. There's people on backup lists at the moment. So if you're out there and you want to get involved, we're only at round 2 this week, and there's some time to get into the other series as well. But these boys are putting on a show like you would not believe, mate. My tonsils were having a great little bit of a gurgle there as the last few laps came through.
What a cracker towards the end of the race. Exactly. That was quite good. I'm just going to test. I'm actually going to roll back to a previous version to see if that's going to fix anything for us here this evening.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Because...
So with all the new updates we've been doing...
Okay, so I've resorted back to a previous version. I've gone back to an old school, so it must be the big one.
Yeah. And we did a bit of work after last week's race on fine-tuning a few things and making it look a little bit prettier. And things just didn't want to click this afternoon. But we will endeavour to get it to as best we can for the next round, because It's a sexy bit of kid out there. So if you have a look now, Geordie Slater, he only led for 2 laps, and it was the last 2 laps of the race. Did a cracking job as Phil Vella's tyres capitulated underneath him and finished in 2nd place, only 0.27. Dougie Gowans managed to hold on to 3rd place because he had pressure from Tom Donahue and from Marcus Watson coming through there. And don't forget, Marcus Watson only just bought this track to tonight, so he is just getting used to it and getting ready to attack. Track temperature out there, which is the key out there, is 35 degrees, and I'd say that's why the rear ends were starting to slip. But we have got a 40-minute session now, and these boys, reverse top 15, have got a lot of work to do. Jason Depp is on pole position at the moment for the reverse top 15, so he's going to have a lot of pressure. He's got Tomasani Sena beside him, Sam Kudazinos and Jamie Davis in row 2. So they've got a lot of work to do as well to get around these guys. We've got Tyler Sheaf beside Daniel Byrne in row 3, Timothy Schmellenberg and Mitchie Noble in row 4, Greg Cook and David Gallo in row 5, Marcus Watson, Tom Donahue in row 3. Dougie Gowans is beside there it is there in the new in the version that we're used to. This is the lineup, peeps. This is going to be absolutely amazing. Jason Depp from the SLM Academy beside Thomas Sonny Cena from the SLM Academy. 2 teammates beside each other. Hopefully they don't take each other out. Sam Kudakazinos and Jamie Davis in the 2nd row, fighting that out from Project 36, and Sam's a privateer at the moment. Tyler Sheaf from the SLM Academy is beside Daniel Byrne from Carling Motorsports. Then we're beside them for row 4 is Timothy Schmellenberg from JWM Sim Sports with Mitchie Noble from the Sim Racing Brotherhood. In the 5th row, we've got Greggy Cook from Project 36 beside David Gallo from the Carling Motorsports team. Marcus Watson in the 6th row beside Tom Donahue from, it says Grip Line, but Tom's a privateer. Dougie Gowans in row 7 beside his master, Phil Vella from Downforce Racing. In row 8 is Geordie Slater from DPR beside Bradley Hudson from JWM Sim Sports. In the 9th row, we got Darren Fahey, DFR, beside Dean Sevier's team, SRW Motorsports, are 2 old farts in the series at the moment. Nicky Martin from Get a Grip is in the 10th row beside Nathan Verney from the Pace Syndicate. Callum Rosenader from SLM Academy is beside Brandon Levin from Team SRW Motorsports. Ray Oliver in SLM Motorsports is beside Andrew Martin from Get a Grip in the 12th row. As we continue on, we've got a couple more rows to go, and these boys are going to be fighting through. Nicky Martin, did I just do that? Ray Oliver Martin. Then we got Jared Gilbert, Project 36, beside Joshy King from Team SRW Motorsports and Callum Hodgkinson. Last of the drivers, Stephanie Piccoli in the safety car, and Greg Barbie Barbs is our race director tonight. If you're out there and you're watching us, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you know when we're racing next, so you know what's going on. And you know when we're going to go, sure, what you call old, but I'm 50. David, Dean's 50. I know that for a fact because my brother.
Not yet.
I think Fahey'd be close to it.
Not yet.
I'm over 50.
I'm getting there, but not yet.
Yeah. Dougie Gowans is surely not
back in my day, we didn't have fast race cars. We had horseman cars.
Yeah, Dougie Gowans is not a young pup either. So we've got a few old farts in this series. There's a few old farts missing too, like Greggy Johnson's not here tonight. I can't think of any more off the top of my head just right now. But have a look at the bottom picture and the cars going around the corner. They've got a killer job from the back there, trying to get that car started and around that corner. Ladies and gentlemen,
Green's out.
the
Green
40-minute
flag.
is green for the MOZA Racing Super Formula Light Championship, as we're led out by Jason Depp and Sam Kudakazinos. Kudakazinos has already got pressure there from Jamie Davis and Thomas Sonny Cena. Tyler Sheaf is tucked in there as well. Depp last week led the boys out as well in the feature and has done a cracking job, and he's doing it again. It looks like Jamie Davis doesn't want to waste his time fighting with Sam Kudakazinos, so he's right up there trying to get himself in a key position and in front of him. Thomas Sonny Cena's got himself in the 4th, Tyler Sheaf 5th, Daniel Byrne 6th, Mitchie Noble 7th, Greg Cook following through there as well as they're starting to open up. We've got Kyrgyzstanos taking the line, trying to get Davis out there wider, but Davis has done a great job coming through there, and he's got the job done very early, and it's time for him to go hunting. Forget that there's a top
Beast
15
mode.
invert here, and there's some fast drivers that got to work their way through the grid. What was that, buddy? I did talk over you there. I
I
apologise.
said beast mode activated, of course, so we heard from Jamie Davis, so he's got to get on up
Yes.
the road there and see if he can get into the
We
lead
should
of this
have
one.
we should have a button we push when it goes beast
mode
mode.
activated. I could. Oh.
Oh, we've got Nathan Verney and
Brandon
Levin. Looks like they've had some contact in there as well. Both gone off. Brandon Levin. Oh man, I feel for your brother. He seems to get involved in something. Something seems to happen to him every week at the moment. So he's come around. Oh, he looks like Brandon's rear end got loose then, and as he came and got control, he bumped into the side of Verney and took Verney out as well. I think that might be a racing incident, but we'll leave that to the boys downstairs. Nothing has been called in at the moment. But in the bottom screen, we can see Jason Depp getting pressure there by the Project 36 Beast Mode driver, Jamie Davis, as he takes him nicely into the S's and does a disappearing trick for us. We're going to have to call him Jamie Houdini Davis and see if we can keep his magic on the track. He's got a beautiful jump out of that corner straight away. Jason Depp in second, Sam Kyrgyzstanos in third. So Kyrgyzstanos has got a bit of work to do. Thomas Sunny Cena's got the pressure on as well. Daniel Byrne looking at Phil Vella. He's already got himself up into 12th. Dougie Gallows following him as well. Darren Fay 15th. So Marcus Watson is in a solid spot as well, up 2 places. So there's not a massive bit of movement, but it's going to start happening as these guys start to spread out a little bit and start to get overlapped by some of these fast boys. Daniel Byrne is a cracking driver out there, and he's got some pace, putting the pressure on Thomas Sunny Cena. The young fella is got a very experienced open-wheel driver behind him. Driver 88, I think they call him, 808. Daniel Byrne, he's got his YouTube channel out there as well. And Thomas Sunny Cena is very much probably on his Twitch at the moment. Here comes Daniel Byrne. He's having a look. He was up there, got the toe. He's got side-by-side, tucked in behind, but he's got also behind him Tyler Sheaf having a look as well, so he can take advantage of that as well.
Whoa! It's gone through. Oh, contact. Tyler's got damage.
At that. It looks like there was a bit of contact there, and Tyler Sheaf's wing just decided it was going to depart and leave him. I'm not sure how iRacing is going to take effect. Will it release the download and make him work harder? I'm not sure.
No, he's lost all that downforce. Look at him. He's struggling big time just to stay on the track. And
now, and he's lost it straight in front of Gallo. It looks like that Tyler called that first incident in, but in that mode there, look,
it was a slight bit of contact, mate. It wasn't that much, but it just ripped the whole rear end wing off.
Yeah.
And then,
but question is, if you've got that much damage and no rear end and not much control, should you be pushing the car to the limits and trying to maintain a position, or should you be safe and move out of the way?
That's true.
That's the question I'm asking.
Well, that's true, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you kind of need, as a driver, you might need a couple of corners just to determine how bad it is. And I think by the time he kind of did realise how bad it is, he was already got a 100 cars, a flock of cars, a mob of cars, if you
Mob of cars.
a mob if you're talking about emus and kangaroos. Yeah, it's a mob. So, and Jamie Davis got the lead there from Jason Depp, so he's got himself up into P1. But Jamie was blinking a little bit, so I hope it doesn't continue to hinder his great racing form here tonight.
It looks like it's settled down, but look at that corner there. That's the double right. It's sort of like a big sweeping right-hander, not really a double right-hander, but it's a tough one because there's undulation in the track sort of dips down, then comes back up a bit, and you want to try to get as much pace out of that corner there so you can get it down the main straight. So whoever's hitting that last corner right is getting a launch into the final corner down the first part of the straight with a kink in it. So a very critical corner to get right.
Fastest man on the track too is our race winner from our first race. Actually, no, second, Phil. Phil Vella,
Phil
remember?
Vella,
Yeah, he lost it to
1:13.
Geordie Slater, remember? Oh, apologies.
Yeah,
but
that's
he had,
right. Yeah.
he did have the fastest lap. He's got the fastest lap in this race so far, 13.39. So he's going to be slicing and dicing his way through the field. Here's Mitch Noble and Tommy Sierra. Sahana, sorry. Cena. I'll get it right at one point.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all part of what we do here. He's got a lot of pressure, and he's got Greg Cook, Marcus Watson coming behind them as well, and then Phil Vella. So Phil Vella is following Marcus at the moment. So that's going to be an interesting little battle there to see how those two come out on that gamble. I'll go to that little battle there because there's a little bit of under brakes there. Marcus nearly went to the back of little into Cookie then because he's following Thomas Cook. Greg Cook. Thomas, I'm blending drivers now. I'm blending drivers. Greg Cook and Thomas Sonny Cena. He's right up the back of them there. Kazinas has got pressure there straight away. Chief and Watto waiting to pounce. Very much so. Very much so. The work rate of these boys out there. Phil Vella up 4 places. Biggest mover at the moment is Callum Hodgkinson up 10 places. Doing a cracking job. He's got himself up into 17th. So he's doing a great job there. Daniel Byrne is showing the experience. He's hunting down Sam Kutikazinos. And look at the feedback into these cars. This is a tricky corner we're talking about coming through here. This is not the corner I'm talking about. No, this is the one before the wall, the kiss of the wall that everyone tries to get through. Right there. Open up the track, get onto the apex. Have a look at the way Daniel's attacking this at the moment. Nice and tight. Look at that. Beautiful. And then nice and tight on the exit of that apex as well. Straight away, you get a bit of a slingshot coming through. Look at the pace he's got in the back of Sam. Oh, he's just touched the inside of that curb we were talking about early. That could have been a bit of a problem there at the moment. But he just avoided his major contact.
Ooh,
Watson and Vella all lock up. Sam's feeling the pressure there from Daniel Byrne by the look of it. The boys are still going for it. Marcus Watson has passed Thomas Sonny Cena through all that. Now on the bottom screen you can see Phil Vella having a go as well. He's got the inside line. He's tucked in behind Watson going for it. Oh, the battle behind there as well. Rosenator and the boys are getting a bit mixed up in there too. Schmellenberg and Dean, they're getting a bit of a fight too. So it's good to see these boys going for it. They're just on the bottom screen at the moment, coming through. Hudson and Dean are side by side at one point. Dean has just had Hudson take over. Geordie Slater all over the back. Look at him go on Thomas Donahue. These boys are starting to make their mark. They're coming through. They're not finding it as easy to pass the cars as Marcus Watson and Phil Vella did.
Oh, shouldn't be that
Lock up there.
Chaos line.
Look at the pressure coming on these boys. The fast boys are coming through.
But,
ladies and gents, come open the doors.
But Steve, are they going to be burning through these boots too much, too quickly? Remember, we noticed that 20 minutes towards the end of that race, those tyres were starting to squeal for some of these drivers that were pushing it. Now you're only 10 minutes into this race and they're already starting to squeal a little bit. How are they going to be in another 10 minutes time, mate?
The thing as well is that normally in these cars they don't change the boots. They usually keep the tyres on for the whole race.
Oh,
maybe there's going to be a tyre change on this one. Have a look at this.
Got 3 wide.
Oh, 3 wide. 2 by 2. We've got Thomas Sonny Cena, Greg Crook, and then we've got Daniel Byrne and Donahue going side by side. And then behind it is Dougie Gowers just watching to see if this capitulates and someone goes through. Oh, looks like Daniel Byrne just slowed it down a little bit and Dougie Gowers just popped in there straight away. Sorry, that was Geordie Slater, not Daniel Byrne. Yeah. Wrong colour.
Also, Daniel Byrne got past Jason too for P2, so that's up the road there if you want to keep an eye on.
Yep.
One of the battles that we have, because we've got about 3 separate nice little battles.
It's crazy. The battles are swapping like nuts.
I think it could be tyres overheating. Maybe David will let us know out there in the chat who's been chiming in or anybody else is tuning in. As I know that, set it up the inside. Tom does. Gets the job done, I think, if he can make it stick.
Yeah, looks like
it's
not over. Not over.
And Dougie, I'd wisely just stay out of that one for a second, Doug.
Oh, there's a car on the wall there. Who's that? That's Mitchy Noble.
Mitch Noble.
And, oh, no, Phil Vella as well. Oh, Vella's off track too. He's going to be kicking. What's happened there?
I will go back and show a replay of that when we get a chance.
Oh, no.
Because they've got damage. Him and Phil have got to come together for sure, my friend.
Both looks like they've come together. But, nearly coming together there as well. Thomas Sonny Cena is having a good old crack at this. Safety car has been called.
All right.
Safety car has been called.
I think it's because they're both stuck out on track. Here they are. They're connected up together. Look at it. They're tied together,
what's
mate.
What's happened? It looks like they're locked wheels.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, okay. Car 42 has called in for car 700, weaving in the braking zone. So that was Phil Vella calling that in, and maybe the avoidance of that is what's evolved into this situation right here.
Well, they can't.
So let's have a look at it. Take it back a little bit. So here we've got Marcus Watson.
Oh,
he looks like Watson might have moved across, or vice versa. And that's bounced off his tyre into the side of Mitchy Noble's.
Yeah, and Phil. No, or Phil hasn't stopped.
No, his car's right there.
No, but I mean into the braking.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to go back
have a look at this. Phil comes in.
All right,
like
so
bat out of gate. Bang. Didn't even look like he didn't
he's moved
slow
across
down.
around him, and it looks like that Marcus has started his corner as well at the same time. So it'll be interesting to see. What they'll be looking at this point is,
look at the speed
was his
here,
move
mate.
for a natural line to the corner, or is he? See that? Okay, so the question's going to be: did Marcus change directions to cut the line off for Vella? That's going to be the question. That's what they're going to be looking at. Was there a change or not?
If you had a look at it, mate, look at the speed difference between Phil. Phil's speed was horrendous coming in here.
Phil's gone for the move.
I mean, that's a huge move.
Yeah.
And it didn't even look like he's even applied the brakes.
What they're going to be looking at was his move a clean move? Did Marcus Watson move in reaction in the braking zone? So they're going to be looking at all those sort of things. So that's up to them to decide down there. But it looks like Phil's decided he's going to go for it, and then all of a sudden Marcus is there as well, because Marcus is in front of him, so he's got his line to pick as well to take his corner. But was it a natural corner? Was it not? There's a lot of things they're going to look at downstairs as well at the moment, so we'll see what that comes back as.
That would bring out the safety car, which did bring out a pit stop for everybody except Nick Martin. Nick Martin did stay out at the moment. That's the reason why Nick Martin is leading it for the Get a Grip team, as you can see. But everybody else did elect to take that pit stop, and why not? You know, it's a free pit stop essentially. Now Nick Martin comes in, so he will go from the penthouse to the outhouse essentially, as everybody's all bunched up after that safety car. So, but they've all come out. They've all come down to pit road. They've all got gas, mate, just a splash and dash. It is just a 4 second, 5 second pit stop. No tires.
Yeah, Dave goes. They moved at the same time. Yeah, look, that probably did. It's I'm not gonna try to be an RC up here. My job is to commentate, but I try to give a perspective as well to tell you guys of what the sort of things they'll be looking at, who moved first, and who had right of way of corners and stuff like that. Not that comes into that one just then, but I'll leave that downstairs to the boys with the brains. Up here, we just look good and make it look good. Steph is in the safety car at the moment. Jamie Davis has got the lead still. He'd be a bit spewing that his lead's reduced though. Beast Mode's got him to the pointy end. He's got Daniel Byrne in second place, Greg Cook in third, Sam Kudikazinos following him through as well. And Jason Depp still up the pointy end. So it's good to see Jason with some good form after his performance last week.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is Stephanie in the lead of this race in the safety car, which we didn't have last week, remember?
No, we didn't have a safety car at all last week. So it's oh, here we go. Safety car will be going in shortly. So it looks like they're all sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to flip up the pit stop strategies as well too. So they did a splash of gas. Can they go to the end of this race on what they had?
On the splash they just had?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah, I reckon so. We are down at the, what do we got? We're at the 19-minute mark at the moment. No, 16-minute mark. 15-minute mark, yeah. So, yeah, I think they'll be right from there on. Yeah, Jamie Davis's lead from 4 seconds down is a crushing lead because the thing is, well, he's got some fast boys coming up behind him too. So, where's Marcus Watson down in 22nd? Why is Marcus Watson down there?
Marcus Watson was involved in that crash, remember? With Phil.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Phil. So it must have been some contact. I thought the Marcus continued on.
No, that were the two cars that were stuck together.
Oh no! Well, I thought that was Mitch Noble and Marcus Watson stuck together.
Yeah, it was Phil and Marcus Watson, wasn't it? Oh, I might be wrong. Might be Mitch Noble.
I thought it was him and Mitchie. That
no, it's Phil. I'm pretty sure it's Phil because Marcus Watson is out there.
Phil. Yeah, sorry. Phil and Mitchie.
Phil and Mitchie. Yeah, because they're a lap down with a lot of damage to repair at the too.
Yep.
Here we go.
Well, that's going to put some amazing what do you call it, points up for grabs as well. So the points are going to be really interesting to see how they pan out for the series. This is going to give Thomas Donoghue some more points on those two boys. The two fastest boys last week ended up in a bit of damage, and again this week. So there's not a third heat to go through to make up for it, but they're going, and in all that chitter chatter, we just missed the fact that they started the race again, mate. That's so unprofessional of it.
I got the green.
Yeah, no, but I didn't get it. Didn't even talk about it. So I was too busy listening to my own voice and feeling the love. So I don't know. That's your opinion, Mitch. Yeah, we all have opinions. I'm not sure if that's exactly what happened, but we'll see what the boys say downstairs. They'll be looking at braking and telemetry lights and shit they've got in their hands. But Jamie Davis, ladies and gentlemen, is, well, excuse my profanities. Jamie Davis is leading him out there. He's got himself 6/10 already coming through there. Daniel Byrne, Greg Cook, Dougie Gowans at the moment having a bit of a look. Sam Kutakazinos is on the back of him at the moment. Former teammates. Someone's gone off. It looked like Daniel Byrne.
Yeah, Daniel Byrne's off somewhere.
Just misjudge a braking point or not, but he has gone out. That's the way you re-enter a track, folks. You get parallel to the track and you make your way on. Yeah. That way you're not coming on top of the track or on top of any drivers coming through. Greggy Cook has got himself into second place. Gowans is in third. Sam Kutazinos in fourth. Kutazinos is showing some early pace yet there and doing a cracking job. Jamie Davis is on the bottom screen at the moment, so you can see him pulling away. 8:08. Daniel Byrne has called that in, so maybe there was some contact in there.
Oh, your brother's gone off.
Dean's gone off. Get yourself parallel to the track, bro. I just told everyone how to do it.
We had a good first race.
Here we go. Slater is on the back of... Oh, look at Jason Depp defend that inside line. What a cracking job he's done there. Slater had nowhere to go. And Ray Oliver followed them through in the Silver Surfer outfit that he's wearing at the moment. So for any nerds out there, you know what I'll be talking about. Have a look at Slater on the back of Depp.
Where are you going to go,
He doesn't
Slater?
know where to go. He's got nowhere to go because it's blocked off. Kutakazinos has blocked the inside line. He had a lot of pace coming through there, but these boys are slower than him at the moment, but there's nowhere to go because they're going too wide coming through. Look at depth. That leaves some space. Kutakazinos just got in front. Too wide, coming 2 by 2. Turn into a single file. Here goes Slater's having a look on the inside of depth. He's pulled it out just in time because he could have got the tip taken off just then, but they almost went 3 wide into a section which doesn't belong. Let's have a look at this breaking point. Will Depp go out wide? Will Slater take the inside line? Slater's trying to take the inside line. Depp's left him some space, but Depp takes it back inside. He's got some racecraft that it's developing and blossoming in the last few rounds and doing a cracking job, but will he be able to hold off Slater down this main straight because he's all over the back of him at the moment, peeps. He has got 1/10. He's got the pace coming through. Wrong choice. Don't go on the outside. Go on the inside. Go on the inside. Go on the outside. Yeah. He's having a look. Coming through. He's got another attempt down here coming to the big right-hander. Well, not a big right-hander, but it's a big S coming through. Is he going to get overlap in time? Depp, make sure he doesn't get the space. Oh, and a little bit. Oh, a little bit too much of a push there by Depp, I think.
Oh, this because it's the third car here too.
It's Ray Oliver. He's taken the inside line. He's come out of nowhere. Have a look at Oliver go. That was a cracking bit of pass.
Wow.
But that's opened it up for Slater to come through because I think they both just had Code Brown as Oliver just came flying through. Mate, if we can rewind that and come back, that was a sensational pass out of nowhere. I think those two boys were involved with each other and more worried about what each other was doing. And Oliver just saw the gap and just went whooshka.
Yeah, I will, actually. We got that for a second here. And we'll just do a chopper cam to show you this one. Far chase, just to go 2 and 1.
Oh, beautiful bit of work there. Sensational. Cracking job, mate. Cracking job. That was a great move there by Ray Oliver. He took advantage of those boys fighting each other and snuck it in underneath them. But then we got at the pointy end. Project 36 have got first and second at the moment. They've got Beast Mode and the Chef coming through. Here comes Dougie Gowans having a look. He's got the inside line. Is he going to be able to tuck in under? Jamie Davis did the right thing. He stayed out wide so that his teammate could get the toe where he needed it. But Gowans is putting the pressure on too wide, coming through the S's there. Not a great spot to stay too wide. Dougie Gowans pulls it out to fight another day. But he's showing some really good pace there, Gowans. I'm not sure how long Cookie's going to be able to hold this off.
Oh, well. Look, he's got his teammate up the road. He needs to try to protect as much as possible if that's what the team orders are at Project 36, isn't it? You know, team orders are keep the old man behind you would be the call. As David might be out there even helping him, isn't he? I mean, he's enjoying the show. Thank you very much for tuning in there too, David. I know you would like to be out here racing with your teammates tonight.
That's good. No, thank you.
You'll have to, you'll have to sit back and enjoy this one as a nail biter.
I just heard Ray Oliver call something in. I'm not sure what it was, but Ray's up 17 places at the moment. He's had a cracking drive.
Yeah,
that was a cracking pass too there. I've got to take my hat off to Ray for a beautiful pass there. But it looks like Jamie has settled in there. Cookie's on the back of him, trying to hold on to the toe as much as possible. Dougie Gowans, some critical points he's winning there tonight. The Schmellenbergs here with Thomas Sunny.
Keep an eye on that one because I want to keep an overtake between Sam and Jody Slater as well. You can put that picture in picture.
Sunny Cena down the bottom because I forgot to push the buttons for a while. Have a look at these boys having switching places at the moment. That is crazy.
So Jody Slater's up too, up 11 now. So he's managed to get past Sam. Oh, Bernie and Nick Martin, I think, have come together. Yes, they have. That's in a dangerous spot.
They're stuck. They're stuck. Oh, they've just got off each other. They were like two dogs on heat just then, and got a bucket of water, and they were separated. Marcus Watson's having a look at Thomas Sunny Cena. But nearly had some contact there from Marcus on the back of Thomas Sunny Cena in the bottom screen, but it looks like he's come through there. Marcus has called that in. I'm not sure how much there was in it. It's in the front car, so he's got to be able to pick. There's contact. There's contact. Thomas Sunny Cena is gone. Marcus Watson was on the inside of his Sunny. I don't think Thomas Sunny Cena expected it to be there, and it was all over for Thomas Sunny Cena. There was nowhere to go. He's trying to get back on the track, staying parallel.
He's your top three too. So Jamie's not managed to pull away here from Greg Cook. In fact, he's falling into the clutches. Greg Cook's being the defender here at the moment there from Dougie Gowans. This is going to be very, very interesting, my friend.
Yeah, it looks like what's the temperature at the moment, mate? Has it dropped? Because they seem to be holding their tyres a little bit better at the moment compared to what the first heat was.
Let's get a picture here to see that. It's 37
what are we at
track.
Here? We are at 21 degrees, 37. So track's temperature still the same. Ambient's 21, 37 on the track, same as before. But we're not seeing the tyres go off as much as they did earlier in the first heat. All right.
Just got a message from the software developer saying that the results have been correct in the latest stable release. So if you update that, we should be fine for you.
Nice. Nice.
Dougie and Greg
so hopefully
Cook. You just paid a whole bunch of money for it, so you should be ready to go, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the issues we had tonight, we'll rectify after the show. But it's unfortunate.
Yeah. But they do constantly improve it, like almost every day. So that's a good thing about it. It's not software that sits there and does nothing.
Gowans is having a look at second place, mate. He's side by side with Greg Cook. He's got more of the overlap. Cookie's got the outside line, the faster line. But Gowans is making sure he stays out there for the next corner. But Cookie took it in nicely and got in front of Gowans. Gowans got a lot of work to do here. The young fella is definitely learning some new skills out there at Project 36, and he's got the old chook by the horns and leading him around the track.
I tell you what, the biggest problem that this will be for Dougie, if he feels that he's quicker than Greg Cook, and if he feels that he's quicker than Jamie Davis, he's got to get past him, because guess who's coming in the background? And that would be insert Jaws theme music right now, Geordie Slater, because he's coming thick and fast, mate. He's lapping about just shy of half of a second quicker than most of the field, apart from Jamie Davis in that last one, but he's still gaining time on him. So he's going to be there in no time.
What happened to Thomas Donahue? Because he's dropped down a few places. He was up the pointy end for a lot of that race earlier on, and now he's sitting in 15th. So he must have had an off somewhere at some point.
Yeah,
or my old brain
he did have an off track, but only for about a second or so back in lap 16.
Like he's lost a lot of places in there.
You
want
to keep the camera on Daniel Byrne as well too. He's getting past Callum Rosenator, I think, for 10th place at the moment too, as Daniel Byrne's trying to recover from. Yeah,
he's got Rosenator and Jason Depp in front of him on the bottom screen.
Yep.
And catching up to those boys is Timothy Schmellenberg coming through, but the pointy end is still going. We are down to the last 13 minutes, peeps, and the action is still fast and furious. No puns intended at all.
So you're not expecting another pit stop, mate? So you think that gasoline, the top up that we had during the caution should be fine?
I think they'll go straight.
Oh, Smellenberg's off.
Smellenberg is out there smelling the grass.
Yeah, it looks the crab walking on that steering as well too. It's busted.
Oh, he's just got out of the way there in time. At least he's coming up to the pit, straight into the pit.
Yeah.
And come through. Look, it's a track where we can still get safety cars. Bottom screen, they're still going too wide.
Look at the steering.
It looks like that Daniel Byrne has got it done on Callum Rosenator.
Nice.
And David Gallo's got it done on Jason Depp. There he is. Daniel Byrne and David Gallo, teammates, Carling Motorsports, in 8th and 9th place. So some critical points for teammates in there.
Ray gets past
Oliver's
Sam
back on track.
Again. So those two will be out at the chrome machine. Ray Oliver, 18 places now, mate.
Yeah, Dougie Gowans is having a look at the moment as well. I'm just going to switch it back there. Have a look. Oh, you've got it as well.
Yeah.
He was putting the pressure on. He was like 2/10 at one point. He's getting it out wide, getting it clear. This is a lot of people are making mistakes here. There's a couple of different lines and angles you can go through, but great bit of work from all the boys. Look at all the rubber just flying up into the air as well. Yep, you're glad it's not a bolt flying at your head like it did to Philip Massa.
Yeah, Felipe Massa, unfortunately.
Yeah. Thomas Sonny Cena's got himself a black flag. Timothy Schmellenberg.
Well, that's why they should have gone with the aero screens now too. Of course, they didn't have a halo back then too. But the aero screens like they have in Indy, which were developed by Red Bull. Red Bull thought they were going to use that in Formula 1, but they ended up switching it to the halo only.
Well, you know why they didn't use it? Because Sebastian Vettel didn't like it. He said it distorts the view too much.
Oh, well. But, and also, who didn't like the halo that saved his life? Remember? And
yeah.
A lot of drivers hated the halo, actually, at the time, too.
Yeah, a lot of drivers have saved their lives saved. Hulkenberg, Alonso, what's the ginger that used to race for Haas that was on fire?
Yeah, that was... No, you spoke
Grosjean.
Grosjean.
Yeah,
and then also
so.
it saved, you'd have to say...
Hamilton.
Oh, a little mistake from Greg Cook.
He's done it.
Hamilton,
He's done it. He's gone round. Oh, I think he might have gone too far wide into the marbles then, and it's cost him the rear end. The pressure from the old man with the guns out, it was too much, and now he's in second place. Geordie Slater is the shark in the water. The white points are coming through now. He can feel the heat at the moment. That was, I think...
No, who was that just completely off the track there for a second?
I'm not sure. It was a red car.
Yeah, it was red.
I'm not sure who it was. But it looks like now Geordie Slater's got himself into some critical points too in third place behind Dougie Gowans. Greggy Cook has still maintained fourth place, so didn't do too bad out of it, but it is what it is. Oh, Dave, mate, it's one of those things young fellas got to learn. Consistency's the key, as we see DFR, one of the old veterans, Darren Fahey, pushing past away in front of Ray Oliver. Oliver might be carrying some damage in there, but Darren Fahey got himself up into fifth place now.
Yep.
So the old man's doing extremely well.
That was on
Sam
Steve as well,
Kutakazinos,
too,
who's
David.
he's also one of the veterans of this series. He's got the pace on the back of Ray Oliver, but not a great place to catch him either. Oh, Oliver touches a little bit of the grass there, almost went adrift, but not a great place to catch it because the braking zones and the lines are a little bit different for a couple of these boys. This is the bit where you want to be uptight. Kutakazinos is doing a cracking job putting the pressure on. Is he going to be able to make it move? Marcus Watson's behind him as well. Watson can smell the blood too. So he's worked his way through. No, that's not Marcus Watson. I apologise. That was... What's my assistant telling me? Liar, pants on fire. Ray Oliver's moved across. David Gallo and
Sam
Daniel
got back
Byrne.
through.
That's
Dave
what it
Gallo
was.
got through as well. So Ray
Yeah.
Oliver's just lifted off there and kind of
Yeah.
allowed both these drivers through.
I think he's got a bit of damage maybe still there that he hasn't got completed. But so the Carlin boys have done us a great favour. One's in red, one's in white. Greggy Cook's trying to get his position back. Darren Fahey is doing a cracking job to making sure. See, Cookie's going out into the marbles a lot there. He's got to be careful. That's what's costing that spin in the last quarter as well. There's a lot of marbles out there. And this time in the race, with 8 minutes to go, the tyres will be starting to feel it a bit too. But here comes Fahey. He's hunting down Slater at the moment. What's the time difference and lap difference there what Fahey needs to be doing? My system's not telling me at the moment.
He's last lap's 14.4. Greg Cook's a 15 flat. So
Okay, so Fahey's got the pace at the moment. Has he got enough pace to catch
David's gone
Slater?
in. So that's interesting.
David Gallo's gone in.
Yeah. Did he have damage?
Not sure. I reckon it might be a fuel stop.
It could be a fuel stop. This could be interesting. This could be an extra a late last minute fuel stop for these drivers that may not be
The
able to
early one
stretch
might
it.
have been too early.
Yeah. Well, that's a slide there from Darren. That means Greg's going to come back and pounce on that one any day of the week.
Yeah.
If he can make it stick, of course, on that. Yeah, these drivers are starting to struggle at these conditions at the moment, my friend.
Yeah,
Don't
tyres
keep
are
an eye on
starting
Sam.
to, I think tyres, we're starting to see what happened in the first race. But at the 30-minute mark, Fahey's gone out there, and he's got the marbles. He's just held it. He nearly did what Cook did the few lap before, but held it through there. But look at the back of him. Sam Kutakazinos looks like Sam's tyres are probably a little bit fresher than the boys in front of him at the moment.
Yeah, this is what I was saying to you at the start of the race, weren't they?
Ground.
Have they been punishing them too much? And have they got who's the one that's wise enough to save the best of those boots so that they got a little bit more traction when you need it, when you need to attack, when you need to overtake? You want to make sure that you got the grip, mate.
Yeah. Jason, great little battle there between, I'm going to go to the second screen,
Yes,
Jason Depp and Callum Hodgkinson. Hodgkinson's catching up to Jason Depp. That's a fight for the Pro-Ams at the moment. And Dean Sinkovic's got a fight with Andrew Martin for the AMs
Ray Oliver
tonight.
just let Daniel Byrne through as well. So Oliver's just
Yeah.
dropping back a little bit, just letting a lot of cars
I
through. He's
reckon he
going to
might
let
have
Callum
damage.
through soon too. Because Callum's going to be a nice tailpipe.
Yeah, I reckon he might have damage there.
Actually, Callum's a little bit further back on that one. That's a big one. Yeah. It's interesting.
Jamie Davis is in control at the moment. He's got beast mode Hershey bars out there, handing them out. Oh,
But does he have the fuel
don't
to
do
go
that.
to the end?
Don't hit that curb as I give you props, mate. As he disappears. Oh, I'm going to shut up now. Bottom screen, ladies and gents. Have a look at this battle. Jason Depp, Callum Hodgkinson, Tyler Shee, Brandon Levin, Brad Hudson and David Gallo all going for it across there, putting a show at the bottom of the screen. That's fighting for 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the battles are all the way up and down the field.
Darren's
But-
still wiggly, mate. Yeah.
But in all that, that's the Pro-Ams battling there. Sam Kutakazinos, I don't think he's going to last as a Pro-Am very long, mate. He's up in the 6th place, and he's got some massive gaps. Oh, look at Callum Rosenator as an AM. He's up like about 10 places on his nearest AM.
Yeah, which is your brother all the way down in PLC.
He's really up.
Yeah, he's loosey-goosey, mate. He's struggling
He's
big time.
attacking like crazy.
Greg went out
He wants
a little
wants
wide
Cookie big time.
before too, and you saw Greg made a mistake, but so is Darren. So
Oh, did you see the difference in line there?
Yes, sir.
Darren Fahey went out wide early and came back in a straighter angle. And have a look how much he got on the back of Cook. That extra bit of pace that he held through that corner was a massive amount. Is Cookie going to be able to hold him off? Are they going to be able to stay on the clean part of the track again and not rotate? Because the marbles are popping up everywhere. Oh, Fahey's front end just slipped on him then. Looks like he's still chasing him down, though. Great battle here, peeps. This is the battle for fourth place and some critical points out there. We are down to the last 4 minutes, and let's not forget the flag when we get there.
Dougie as well. So it's more about Geordie Slater now that got past Dougie. He's really rampaging to try to catch Jamie Davis for this win. Sorry, there's a 2 second gap between them. My apologies on that one. But Geordie Slater there, Dougie Gowans, Greg Cook, they're all there. And if anything, Greg Cook's now right on the back there of Dougie. So I don't know if Dougie made a mistake.
It doesn't take much of a mistake to make, and all of a sudden you've got these boys down your neck. Have a look at this under brakes. What's going on there? Dougie Gowan's lost a lot of pace coming down there. Is he having problems with tyres at the moment?
Oh, it could be fuel saving.
Oh, he may be. He may be. But Cook has got to watch his off tracks. He's dipping the tyres in the dirt a lot.
Oliver's off
I just
somewhere.
noticed him then as well. Oh, who's that? Ray Oliver?
Yeah.
Struggling as well, coming off.
Daniel Byrne gets
Maybe
past
Oliver
Sam.
is trying to fuel save because he went early for repairs.
I think that might be right, because the fact is too that, remember, he was too kind just to let the drivers pass as well too earlier.
Yeah, he was fuel saving. That's correct.
So, and I think that's what Dougie's doing right now too. Dougie's, because Greg Cook and Darren have got past Dougie, and now Darren Bynes right behind him as well, and you got Sam. I think it's only a matter of time before these drivers are going to get past him. I don't think Dougie's going to put too much of a fight up here, because Dougie's on that different strategy.
He's having fuel saving issues as well.
Yeah.
So it looks like maybe that pit stop came in a bit early for them under the safety car. That's why David Gallo went into the pits early there. So Gallo is in 15th place now behind Ray Oliver. So he's going to work his way through. He'll be on beast mode himself. But have a look, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Byrne, Carling's Motorsports, having a look there on Dougie Gowans. Gowans can't do anything. No. He definitely got fuel saving issues there, because here comes Sam Lukazinos as well coming through. He is looking to make it to the end and maximising what points he can get out of it. Geordie Slater's down to 1/5, 1.5 seconds on the back of Jamie Davis. He's slowly catching him at the moment. Is Davis fuel saving as well at this point? We are down to 37 minutes, 2 minutes to go, peeps. So we have got a lap and a bit in this race left. I think Davis is going to be safe. Greggy Cook is not safe. He has got Fahey all over the back of him. Fahey wants that last podium position. He wants to be up here and have a chat to Sinka and Biggles. And he's putting the pressure on at the right place as well. He wants to do it now before he gets to the last lap so he can get it through. He needs to get this entrance into the final corner correct. Get the car straight.
We've had contact.
Brad Hudson and Callum Rosenator both come off by the look of it.
And Greg Cook's got into pit road, so he didn't have enough gas.
His fuel is gone. Pushed it too hard for too long. That's opening up the doors to Darren Fahey. It looks like the fuel strats are going to hurt a few people.
How fucking Jamie go?
Jamie is going and going. Ladies and gents, is this the final flap it? Is this the lap to go?
According to
there'll be one more after this one.
According to the telemetry, it said that Jamie Davis took a 4-second flat pit stop. Geordie Slater took 4.63. Is the 0.63 enough? And Farray is 7 seconds, so he took a very long pit stop. So that's going to be interesting. So I think Darren might be safe here, but I'm not sure about Jamie Davis here.
Yeah, I think he's probably doing a fair bit of fuel saving up the front, because he hasn't been battling, and maybe that's why Slater's catching him as well, because he hasn't been battling. He's keeping the buffer now of the. He needs to set his windscreen wiper cleaning thing going there. He has got. This could be the white flag. This has to be the white flag coming through. Let's have a look to see if Barney is coming through here, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Jamie Davis coming through the final lap. He has got Geordie Slater on the back of him at the moment as I hold my mic up to my face, because I'm going to get excited at the moment.
So did Daniel. So they couldn't make it.
Oh, Daniel Byrne's pit as well. It opens up the points scheme for Tom Donahue. Will Donahue get in front of Dougie? Will he get some extra points there as well? This could be some critical points fighting for these guys at the moment. Vella has just set a 1:13, 3:87 as well at the moment, so he's cracking it out there. Looks like Davis is just in cruise control at the moment. This is going to be a matter of him just keeping the pace in front of Geordie and making sure Geordie doesn't get too close. Kazinos has got himself in the third place. He is about 5 seconds off the pace. Gowan's in fourth. Donahue coming through. Tyler Sheep. It looks like this might be the way they finish. The only things I can see changing is David Gallo and Ray Oliver, 9th and 8th at the moment. But it looks like, ladies and gents, we have got ourselves a massive fight for points at the moment. A lot of topsy-turvy. Donahue is leading the series at the moment, but it looks like Dougie Gowans has got some points on him. Jamie Davis got some massive critical points out there. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, coming across the line, Jamie Davis takes the feature race for the MOZA Racing Super Formula Lights round 2 coming across the line. In second place, Geordie Slater coming through there, and Sam Kudikazinos in fourth. Dougie Gowans comes across in fourth place. Tom Donahue in fifth. Tyler Sheets got himself up the pointy end after early on incidents into sixth. Ray Oliver managed to get there in seventh after he was falling through the field at one point, fuel saving, but everyone fell down around him. Kudikazinos is the Pro-Am winner for tonight. Tyler Sheep in second place. Callum Hodgson third. In the AMS, Dean Sinkovich takes the race win for the AMS boys.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He lost it to Callum on the line.
He lost it on the line. Callum Rosenator takes Dean Sinkovich on the line by .036.
But he's got a black flag. But he's got a black flag, so... Ooh.
Oh, Rosenator's got a meatball. He's crossing with a meatball, so I'm not sure if that's going to change it in iRacing or not, because you need to serve the meatball.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there, but that's some minor points out there. But what a cracking race that was, ladies and gents. Strategy was sensational. Jamie Davis took this by the horns and led it all the way through. Whew. Okay, so Dean has taken the AMS Rosenator's
there he is. He's coasting at home, mate. He probably doesn't have to feel I can imagine.
Yeah, Rosenator's incident's been investigated. Incident that was at the very end there. I'm not sure what it is, but Dean has been given that win because I think Rosenator had to serve the meatball. I think he can cross the line with the meatball. But ladies and gents, that's a cracking bit of work there by Jamie Davis. Got some critical points out there for the series. Oh, mate, what? That was just, nuts. Absolutely nuts. He let 30 laps out there. Geordie Slater was slowly closing down. David Lawless says Jamie out of fuel. No, they all made it into the pits, so they would have gone straight in. Sam Kudikazinos come out of nowhere. Got himself in the third place. Callum Hodgkinson, the biggest climber tonight, up 17 places for the main race. Phil Vella, fastest lap of the 1:13.387. Pole position was Jason Depp, who finished in 15th in the reverse top 15. Wow, what a bit of work, ladies and gents. Here is the grid as we see it finish. In first place, Jamie Davis from Project 36. Geordie Slater from DPR Racing in second place. Sam Kudikazinos, privateer, in third. Dougie Gowans from SFL Motorsports in fourth. Tom Donahue, privateer, in fifth place for some critical points for Tom there in the title fight. Tyler Sheaf, SLM Academy, in sixth place. A cracking bit of work there by Tyler. Ray Oliver, who we thought was going to run out of fuel saved his way all the way to seventh place. Cracking bit of work by the SLM Motorsports driver. Davey Gallo from Carling Motorsports went in early to top up to get back out there. Marcus Watson got himself back there for Project 36. And Callum Hodgkinson up there for Black OPR into 10th. 11th place was Jason Depp. Got up there and did a cracking bit of work. He led the race at the start and from the SLM Academy in 10th. 12th place, Greggy Cook. Looked like it was going to be a front row lockout out there, but he's touched those marbles. That's a little bit of experience that goes a long way. That's he's going to learn from that. Project 36 driver is in the 12th position. as the screen clicks over. 13th place, Daniel Byrne, who had to go for a pit stop near the end. Darren Fahey, we thought was going to come up there for a bit of extra love, but I think he had to go for a pit stop as well, which cost him close to a podium at one point we were looking at there. So the old fella had a cracking bit of pace and a cracking run tonight. Bradley Hudson in 15th place, JWM. Dean Sinkovich winning the AMS tonight from Team SRW Motorsports in 16th place. Nicky Martin get a grip in the 17th, and Andrew Martin in 18th place. Following through is Callum Rosenade in 19th, Thomas Sonny Cena in 20th. So Rosenade crossing the line with the black flag dropped him down to 19th place, unfortunately for him. Nathan Verney in 21st place. And then coming Brandon Levin in 22nd. Time this is Timothy Schmellenberg 23rd, Mitch Noble 24th, Phil Vella 25th place as we come through in the last few drivers for tonight. Jared Gilbert 27th and Joshua King 28th. Whoa. Well, where do we start, mate? Where do we start? We've got a few people to interview and a few people that will be ready for a chat already. So we're starting with the old fart out of, I think Sam Kutukazinas could be older than my brother, but we'll bring in Dean for a bit of a chin wag there. Ladies and gentlemen, the AMS winner tonight from Team SRW Motorsports, Mr. Dean Sinkovich. How you doing, bro? How was it out there and what was his track like?
Oh, I love this track, but it's very slippery and you can come off or spin out like I did in my second race. But it was fantastic. Bit, I wouldn't say lucky, but smart at the end. I made it. And so I think someone pipped me at the post, but they must have had a penalty and dropped down. So
pipped you by 0.036,
so
3/100ths, but he crossed the line with a meatball, which means Iracing would have given him a penalty for crossing with a meatball.
I was spluttering over the line, so I was trying to fuel save the last 2-3 laps, and that was the plan really. I knew it was going to be tight, but it was a good race.
Well, a few boys leading out there had to go back in there. Darren Fahey had to go back in there. Davey Gallo had to go back in. So a few people had to do a third pit stop. Daniel Byrne, he was up there in 4th place, so he had to drop back and do that. What was the heat like, bro? Was it slippery rear end?
It was. Some corners were definitely. This track is, you're always losing on the back end. Last corner, even first corner, if you take it wrong, it does. All you can do is just feel it sliding out like a rally car sort of thing. So it was good. Yep. Good fun. Good fun.
Were the marbles a bit slippery out there?
Oh, when you got out there, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I took tyres as well. So, it was good fun tonight. Good fun.
Excellent, mate. Do you remember who our sponsors are, bro?
Of course I don't.
Special thanks to Phoenix Road 11, MOZA Racing, Shun Scenery, Grim Industries, who did I say? Phoenix Road Development and Warren and Brown Tools. Get out of here, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Warren and Brown Tools.
Yeah, get out of here. All right, bro. Well done. Congratulations on the win. Some critical points for your title battle. You won't be here tomorrow night, will you?
No, I've got the round ball game.
Yeah, so those of you who don't know, Dean and I played most of our lives played soccer, and Dean has decided to go coach the under 16s at our old club female side. Yep. So he's going to be
he was going to go play.
Yeah, no, we're too old to play, man. We're falling apart, mate.
Like 30 plus years end up playing, maybe
we'd
more.
Be out there in 10 minutes and in hospital straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but all right, get out of here, bro. Well done. Congratulations, and good luck tomorrow night, mate.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right, get him out of here. All right, we've got Sam Kutukazinos, who's the privateer. Ladies and gentlemen, he's done an absolute cracking job, Mr. Kutukazinos. Come out of Velocity team last season and back on track for the SRW Leagues as a privateer, and has got himself in a cracking position tonight. 3rd outright, 1st for the Pro-Ams. Congratulations, Mr. Sam Kutukazinos. How is it, mate?
Sam Kutukazinos is very, very happy. It wasn't a pure pace, but fuel straps really, really helped.
Fuel straps really helped. A few people were really struggling at the end. A few had to go in for a bit of extra dip. We weren't too sure that I was pretty confident that everyone was going to make it, but there was only a few that struggled. Obviously, there was a bit of fuel saving involved. I think maybe a lack of experience of some of the boys. Oh, and actually, no, I can't say that because Phil, Daniel Byrne and David Gallo, very experienced in fuel saving as well. So it must have just been a bit too much for them boys. How was it out there, mate? Because you got some really good battles tonight.
Apart from the braking sections, I really enjoyed tonight. For some reason, I don't know. Am I getting too old, or these long 40-minute stints are the ones that are kicking in and saying, hey, take it easy with your back? But yeah, I had a really good time trying to fend off a lot of people. I let a lot through, knowing, look, I can't keep them like that forever. And they had a good runs coming out of some corners, especially turn 2, isn't it? The big 180 right.
Yep.
Oh, how many times I screw that up. I'm locking the fronts. I'm missing the
It's a
apex.
tough one, man. It's a tough
And
one.
then straight after that is the longest straight ever.
Yeah.
And that's where but I make my mistake there, and then they collect by the end of the next straight.
Well,
So.
one that we saw do it really well was Darren Fahey when he was chasing down Griggy Cook. He took it out early wide and got the car straight early, and that got him the pace out of that corner a lot quicker. So that's the line I used to use in the V8 supercar. Stay out wide in the corner, then try to get the car rotated and straight early on as possible to get it down that main straight. So that seemed to work for him because he came out of that corner and he was on the back of Cookie like crazy.
I've got to tell you, the end of the back straight, there are some people with much bigger cojones than I am taking it around the outside and nailing it. I tried a couple of times with Callum in race 1, and I got it finally after about 3 goes. But my heart was up in my throat. Like, don't go out on the grass. You're an admin this season now. Don't be stupid.
Sometimes you got to play the long game. You can't always that fight for that extra position isn't always worth it in the long scheme of the game. But how are the marbles out there for you? And also the fact that you didn't need much grass under the wheel to get the car spinning either.
I don't know about the grass part. I discovered that once during practice and never encountered it again. For me, it was
stay away.
For me, it was getting that brake balance way, way, way back to help me rotate the car, because I'm learning to not mass stab at the very last minute, brake a little bit easier and get some turn in with the brake and getting the car rear end to rotate, and that's been helping me a lot. I screw it up every now and then, but that little back section, the wiggly bits I call them, I was getting some good runs out of there. I was really
it's a great fighting in there. We saw some amazing battles through there, so it was good to see. Well, Mr. Kutagazinos, you're a privateer now, but you still have family and friends that support you and get you out racing.
They don't watch me. They don't see me. Actually, I asked my son, who's a member of the band, like what's he doing with his band and whatnot, and we had a chit chat. It might be, not confirmed, it might be that I'll be making a team with my band, with my son's band and his band's logos and whatnot. But I just want to finalise it and make sure everything's hunky-dory, and then find a painter who is willing to make something.
Excellent, mate. What's the band called?
Black Tulip.
Black Tulip.
Yeah,
Heavy
they
metal?
play in Victoria. They play out in the Dandenong Ranges. And they're no, not heavy metal. They're rock, hard rock, and they got a few original songs that they play, and people are liking them. And I'm pretty proud of my boy and the guys in the
excellent,
band.
man. I think I saw you on Facebook. You were at one of his gigs the other night.
Exactly. Anytime they have a gig, if I'm not sick or broken or whatever, I'm there.
Excellent, mate. Well, congratulations, Sam. Cracking drive tonight, mate. Our third outright and the Pro-Am winner for tonight as well.
Cheers, boys.
We've got one more round before we do the evaluations of who's what and what for each class. But, mate, cracking bit of work and congratulations. And good luck for the season, mate, because you've got some critical points.
Yeah, it all helps, especially after round 1's hiccups. So that's good.
Yeah. All right, brother. Take
Cheers,
care.
boys.
Speak to you soon. Cheers, man.
Good night. Good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sam Kukazinos, the Pro-Am winner tonight and also third outright, as we bring in Geordie Slater, who is been on the hunt. He was on the hunt for Jamie Davis, hoping that Jamie was going to run out of fuel. He was catching him at one point. That safety car brought him a bit closer. How was it out there, Geordie? How was the fuel saving and how was the strategy?
Oh man, that was intense because I was just actually speaking to Jamie about it. I said, like, bro, that safety car was like about 3 laps too early.
Yep.
So, literally, I'm going through the second last corner, and then I hear Greg, our mate race director, go, "We've got a safety car." I'm like, "Oh well, what are we doing here? Are we going?" And everyone just went into the pits. So I'm like, "We don't have fuel to get to the end here, fellas." But I just went, "All right, screw it, we're going in."
Yep. Well,
So
I was confident you were all going to make it.
No, dude, I had like.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of his did. There was how many went in for the third pit stop? 1, 2. There was only two, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys only went in for a third pit stop. So it wasn't too bad. Most were aware of it straight away. If you were onto it and you knew it was early, you're probably going to be safer because you knew that you couldn't push like crazy all the time. Yeah. So you were one of the ones who sort of got into it. But the boys that were in battles, like the Carling boys, they were in battles all the way through. There's no way you can save when you're in battles like that.
Yeah, that's actually the one thing I was worried about early because I had a couple of dudes to pass. I'm like, I'm down in 8th, and I'm like, okay, we could still get a result here. But my problem was I needed to save. So when I left the box, it said I was short of about 4 liters of fuel. That's about 4 laps. The safety car got me down to about 1 and a bit. Like 1.5. But I'm like, bro, 1.5.
See, that's where I thought it was going to make it because of the laps of the safety car. That's what I thought was going to bring it back to where it should be. So what you're saying is when the safety car finished, you were about a lap short.
Yeah, still a lap short. And my real problem was that I had all these guys around me still, and I'm like, we're faster here. We actually need to get through here. We can still get a result. So I had to spend at least the first 10 laps 12 laps after the safety car, like pushing and trying to pass and overtake everyone.
Yeah, well, you were camera for most of that as well, man. We had you going through the S's. I think it was with Cook and Kutukazinos. You were battling through there for a few laps. You were stuck between those two. They were battling each other, and you were sort of like you could see that. You'll see it on the show. You had the pace, but there was no room because they were like too wide here, too wide there. And it was too risky to go through. And we were watching it come through until you got yourself into a spot where it was safe to get around. And I think once you did that, it was just hunting time.
Yeah, well, once I got by them, actually, my goal was right. We need to save now because I hadn't done any up to that point. Because you can't when you're battling. When you're battling someone, it is impossible if you want to go forward, or else you just got to take your position. I didn't want to take the position, so got my way through. And then once I got through them, I got about a second gap, and I'm like, all right, we can start slowly doing things here, but I don't want to let them back in. I do not want to battle, because the second I start battling, that's when it ends. What I was hoping for, though, was I saw the front 3 were battling. I'm like, if those guys battle hard enough and I can get to them, I can then use the slipstream off of them to fuel save harder. That didn't really happen. I think Doug ran out of fuel real quickly because
he went. What did he end up finishing? I can't see at the moment on my system. Can you see where he ended up finishing? Biggles
for who? Sorry,
Dougie Gowans.
Dougie Gowans finished in 4th in the feature race.
Oh,
in the feature. No.
Oh, did he? He finished just 10.8.
Yeah, but he had finished in the feature race because other guys had to go in the pits. So a few people that pitted. Darren Fahey pitted. The Carling boys pitted. So he was.
Cook didn't he?
Yeah, Cookie did as well. Yep. But Cookie damaged himself. He was good until he was fighting with Darren. He went out in the marbles and he cooked it for himself. So it was one of those things. But a cracking race out there, mate. Fun to watch. Fun to commentate, mate. I hope you enjoyed it out there and had a blast.
Yeah, mate, to be honest with you, I didn't expect to win the sprint race and definitely didn't expect second place out of the main race.
Critical points, man. Some critical points early on. The two fast boys come together tonight.
They did. I did see that.
Yeah, Marcus and Phil Vella. So
Even
some
Tom
critical
finished it
points.
a little
It's
bit
going
further
to
down, I think.
it's going to open up the championship like crazy. Now that Jamie's got up there into some critical points, it's going to be Jamie, yourself, Donahue, because he had a good run as well, for some critical points. But the fast boys are going to have to make a jump for it later in the season, I think, and get themselves out into some critical points. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a great one to watch. If you aren't watching it, like, subscribe, for hell's sake. I nearly said the other word. But anyway, mate, Geordie, who gets you out on track, mate, and supports your driving, mate, and your racing?
Well, I'd just like to thank the guys from DPR and our sponsors, High Performance Media, Lamprey Transport, and DPR Docs. Really, the boys are good. Give me a hand, whatever. Help me prep for tonight, etc. So yeah.
Excellent, mate. Well, congratulations on a cracking night tonight, mate. Some amazing points, and good luck with the title.
Yep, thanks, mate.
Take care, mate. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Geordie Slater from Drop Bear. I think it's Drop Bear. I can't, my brain's gone. My brain just left me as he left the room.
Drop Bear's real.
For a crack. Yeah, there you go. For a cracking bit of work there. He finished in second place tonight. And a cracking drive by the young fella. Let's bring in the beast himself, as David calls him. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie the Beast Davis has gone through and done it again, has had a shocking qualifier and come out with some amazing critical points, mate. Mate, I don't reckon you should even participate in qualies anymore.
No, just I'll park it up from now on, I think.
Park it up, mate. Just park it up. Get yourself a good position in the heat, and then just take it out, because it seems to be the formula that's working for you.
It's the sad thing is I'm not even trying to do that. I've done like a 13.8, 13.7 in Pracky and thought, oh yeah, I'm around that top 10 somewhere in there, and just qualifying, got the banker lap in, and then it was either off track or lock the fronts up and go wide, and just could not do it.
Tricky track, isn't it? It's got some the undulation, and the corners are fast, but you also got to brake as well in some of these corners. We saw a lot of people locking up into the second last corner, the big right hander. That was pretty tough. Which one were the tough ones for you? Like in Heat 1, I guess you had a tougher race than you did it in the feature. In the feature, you had it under control from once the first 2 laps were gone.
Oh, I wouldn't say under control. After that safety car I think I did 2 laps at full tilt. All the rest were fuel saving. But the Heat 1 was, once I got into a slipstream train, it was just, it was hard to pass, and everyone racing for sheep stations didn't want to damage the car or be reckless, so it was kind of hard to pass.
Yep.
So Jamie, it was after that first pit stop, you basically got in your head there. You said, okay, look, I got to make this go to the end. You didn't want to do another pit stop. Is that what the strategy was?
Yeah, I needed 14 litres to fuel the car up, and there was only enough space in my tank for 11 litres, so I knew I was short straight up. So I just gave it my best shot to fuel save. And shout out to Greggy as well, battling Dougie behind me, because that was allowing me to just roll off throttle, dip the clutch a couple of times, and just keep them on my gearbox really, but not let them pass.
Were you communicating to him during the race about that?
Yeah.
So he said, look, I got to go and get gas because I'm not running out, mate.
I was worried he was going to have a penalty when he made contact with Daniel Byrne. So we were sort of talking about that, and then if he was getting a 5 second or something, we were going to swap around, see if I could help him. But once he realised he was a lap short, he just decided to take medicine, probably a bit too late.
Yeah, it's tough going out there, and he made a rookie mistake out there too. When he was fighting with Darren Fahey, he went out into the marbles, and the rear end just left him. And
those marbles are shocking. I was on the clutch coming into the second last corner there, and I arrived with too much speed and was wide on the marbles, thinking I was going to end up in the pit lane. I wasn't turning.
The highlight of the night, mate, would be any killer passes that you remember in the feature in the earlier race, because this one was pretty much once you got in front of the boys, you pretty much were in control. I won't put the MOZA on you, but any highlights in the first part of the race?
My start was all right, 3 wide into turn 1. managed to pop out in third, and then I suppose those 2 outside passes in the turn 4 to grab second and the lead. I kind of just Hail Married it on the outside and thinking she'll stick or she won't.
Yes. Well, mate, you did a cracking job as usual. Last question I've got for you. How's Bubs? Walking, crying, screaming?
She turned 11 months 2 days ago, so she's standing up herself now, practicing to walk. She's already got a little attitude, and we have little arguments. What I think I'm talking her language, but she just looks at me and goes, "What the hell, Dad?"
She hasn't dropped the F-bomb yet?
Oh, if she has, I don't understand it.
Love your work, mate. Love your work. Listen, some critical points for you tonight, mate. Taking that out, I'm looking at last week you were at 158. You were at 20 points behind Donahue. Slater has got some good points tonight too. So it's going to be tough out there. It looks like it's going to be Donahue, yourself, and Slater up the pointy end. But the fast boys, the weapons, the aliens, Marcus and Phil Vella, I've got a lot of work to do to catch up with you boys. But, we know how fast they are and how quick a title can change at the moment. Focus in this car. I'm not seeing you in the V8 at the moment.
No, not doing the V8. NASCAR kicks off for me in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, you're doing NASCAR with me?
Yeah, I've got the X Series and the trucks. So,
okay. Yep.
I got that happening, and then Scop's going to try my hand at Scop's with that. Won't be very quick, but I'll run around and have some fun with that one too.
Excellent, mate. Well, congratulations. Cracking work out there. Project 36 cheer squad's been going off its nut all night.
Yeah, David,
in
mate,
the
he couldn't
chat.
race tonight, so he's supporting
In
us
the
from
chat,
the
yeah.
sidelines.
Dave pulled a I'm injured, I can't race tonight.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. It was a bumpy track.
Well, I love your work, mate. Who gets the Project 36 out on track, mate, and supports you?
Thanks to Cataclysm Computers, Outlier Speedco, CC Forged, Shockworks, simrigs.com. All the support from the team. Appreciate it. Love the boys. All me support, family and friends and stuff that tune in and watch. And yeah, all the competitors, Race Control, and you two lovely gentlemen in the com box. Thank you.
You're a legend, mate. Congratulations and good luck with the title fight, mate. It's going to go for a long, hard run, this one, I think. So well done, mate. Some critical points early on. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's feature race winner, Jamie Davis from Project 36. Former SRW driver, I might add. Well done, mate, and good luck for the rest of the year, rest of the season.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Biggles.
Thank you.
All right. We are at the final bit of the night. Biggles puts up the final scores, ladies and gents. This is how it all came through. I hope you love the new graphics. We're still fine-tuning things a little bit. We had a few issues before the show. We want to drop some logos and stuff like that in there soon as well. But please like, subscribe, hit the notification buttons. Big, massive thank you to MOZA Racing for supporting us. Warren and Brown Tools, Phoenix Driver Development, Shunt Scenery, and the legends that are Grim Industries. If you're out there for some more racing tomorrow night, we have got the GR86s. We have got a grid of 40-plus cars on track. That's a sellout, that series. So it's going to be absolute mayhem. And then not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, Valentine's weekend Sunday, Biggles and I will be back out there for Bathurst in the GT3s. That's going to be cracking. And if you didn't watch Sunday night's GT3s, I recommend you watch it because there was some amazing racing in there. And this stream was amazing with all the action. Biggles, thank you for tonight, mate. It's been a pleasure as always. Viewers, like, subscribe, hit the notification buttons, and join us again tomorrow night. And thank you for all your support.